Okay, shoot. Forgot it. A glove. Hang tight, guys. Forgot a glove. Okay, there we go. How does this... Headphones snugly underneath the hood. Hello. Okay. There's some template glove pieces here. I suppose I could do a little bit of trimming of this copper here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now that I have my hoodie on, I probably don't need my heater on full blast. I'm probably going to try to grind out these pieces tonight, so that'll require me stepping off of out of the view of the camera for a bit, just so I can have pieces I can begin to work on and stuff like that. Okay, I have a feeling these things are going to get in the way. Time for those to go inside the hoodie. Okay, let's turn it up. Go medium low. Okay, there's that one. Hope to get a lot of glove work done over this weekend. I was sick last weekend, which pissed me off because it was Thanksgiving weekend, and I have, I had Friday off from work, but I got slammed with illness on Wednesday night. I'm like, what is going on? Still a little still have a little bit of symptoms, but that's about it. Okay, I'm gonna go grind this finger out. I'll be right back. Oh, I just unplugged my iPod. It'll start transmitting again. There it goes. Unlock my door. I can't hear, and I don't have my phone on me. Let's check this out, how accurate the width is. Also known as perfect. Yum, Werther's Original. That's cracked. Okay, so that finger's ready. I'm gonna make sure it matches the template though. It should. Yes. I would say yes, definitely. Practically spot on. All right, let's go grind this one out. Okay, there's that. Next up is pinky. The smallest of the fingers, so this one should be a little quicker. Should. This is a part 1 glove, so hey, hey. This might be too wide on the body. Just a tad, not much. I can fix that later. And I add in a little cut into the side. I just go to Lowe's and just buy copper pipe. If I use sheet copper, which I've kind of steered away from, there's a local distributor here in town that, because Utah has one of the largest copper mines, if not the largest copper mine in the world. So there's a lot of local distributors, and I would just drive over there and pick up a whole 10-foot sheet of copper, which I sell a bunch of. But I've kind of resorted to using copper pipe now. So I'm not sure what to do with all that leftover copper that I have. I don't know if I'm not going to be using sheet copper anymore. I don't know. Okay. Slice on my thumb is starting to lift up. That sounds really appealing, doesn't it? Okay, this is the part that I absolutely hate. It's when I have to rebend the copper. It's because copper pipe, you know, when left untreated, is extremely rigid. And so to rebend it back into shape is a difficult process. A lot of sweat. Alrighty. Spare my palms. I don't want to do this. Can somebody volunteer for me? Somebody with stronger hands than I. Here's my mallet. No. Alrighty, let's see. Whew. Alrighty. Whew. I might take off my hoodie. Bow chicka wow wow. Any beginner's advice? Don't. No, I'm just kidding. But be prepared to get frustrated. Lots and lots of practice, and but you can. There's so many more resources for new builders out there than there were when I started. I mean, just look up on YouTube, how to build a Freddy glove, or how to age copper, or something like that. That's what I would do. Look up some YouTube videos, and there should be a pretty good resource of things for you to look through. Whew. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. This is how I get bruises on my knees. Ouch. Just like that. It's the very edge of the T-bar here. Whew. Nobody can really teach you how to build a Freddy glove. I mean, it's just lots of patience. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years, so I mean, and I started back when, nobody would really share any tricks or tips or anything like that. You had to kind of earn your place in the glove community and put in your fair share of work before anybody would tell you anything. Okay. Whew. Okay, that piece has been reshaped. So see, it's basically back to pipe form. It's quite uniform. There we go. So, yeah. pretty much the same diameter. That's kind of as close as you can get, because when I put them side by side, they're pretty much the same width and everything. So it's pretty much back to the same pipe shape. It's just been cut out. So that's what we want. Back to the original pipe shape. So, whew. While I'm kind of, I'm going to take off my hoodie. Yeah. Keeps you warm. In fact, I'm even going to take my headphones off. I'm just kind of making my head hot. Whew, yeah, I'm sweating around the ears. And my forearms are swollen. I already have lint. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a brand new hoodie. I've never worn it before. So all the lint from inside the hoodie on my arm. Yep, both arms. Looks like there's a shower for me tonight. Okay. Index. Whew. These template gloves can be tiring, but once I pass this phase, I love doing it. I love working on the template glove. It's just this part that sucks. Oh, and the part 1 back plate. I hate the part 1 back plate. I like how it turns out, but I hate making it because it's just tedious, really time consuming. Because I do the staining all by hand, so it's not like my Hero back plates where I just do it with the torch. Whew. Take off my watch if I can. Feel my arms getting swollen, getting swole. Okay. My arm really wears out during this phase. Yep, it's already dying. Wish I were ambidextrous. Switch hands. Suppose I could take a break and just work on that ring finger. Oh man, sweating. Should have some oldies music going. Be sweating to the oldies. I really didn't have to explain that joke. Anyway. Whew. Ouch. Right into my leg. There we go. When it's gripping onto the pole, then that's usually meaning I'm getting there. Not quite yet. Oh. Ow! Don't hit your hand, folks. There we go. That's better. Oh, man. Seriously, my forearm is like really tight. Feels like I just got done doing a bunch of like forearm lifts or wrist curls. It's like, oh. Maybe the pinky one will be easier since it's the smallest and there's less material to bend. Oh, where's my drink? Forgot I brought one down here. Oh. Hurt my hand. I did whack my hand with my mallet. It's kind of itching. This may indicate a bruise, ruptured blood vessel or something. All right. Most gloves are not this hard. I mean, normally I soften the copper for my cheaper gloves, but for my template gloves, you know, these need to have everything as close to the movie as possible. And I don't believe Lou softened the copper at all. So I try to recreate the pieces with the fully rigid copper. Yeah, this isn't nearly as bad. It's still not easy, but there's not as much room to work with. Hard to get a good grip on the piece. Okay, here we go. I'll hold it higher up on the handle. Oh, losing strength. I got to take a break. My forearm is just quitting. Not a break from building, but just a break from shaping. I'll just... Oh, ouch. Oh. Oh. Ow. Everything, literally, I'm not even flexing either, but it's just like really tight. Anyway. All right, where's right finger? There it is. Okay, so the ripple is right here. Okay. Okay. My reference piece. Okay. Ouch. That little cut on my thumb is starting to burn. All right, do some shaping there. Okay. Ouch. I need to put a Band-Aid on. Oh, that's pretty darn close. Not exact, but close. Pretty good there. This one is higher up. Okay, I think we're getting there. Very, very close. If not, oh, yeah, not quite there yet. Just a tiny bit more. Right through the midsection. There we go. A little too much down here, so bring this out a little bit. Just hard to find a way to get the right torque. Ouch. That hurts. What about this other side? A little too much on that one. There we go. Yep, there we go. Right width. Nailed it. What about this? It's just if I put a Band-Aid on, it's just going to come right off. All the pressure I'm putting on my hands. Looking good. I like it. Okay. Groovy. How's it sit? Now it's a little crooked. Beautiful. All right. So now I got middle. Ring. Oh, backwards. Ring. Hello, hello. Oh, that rubs my nose. Well, crap. I just realized something that I did on the index finger. Dang it. There's a bend I'm supposed to put in it before I shape it into the pipe shape. Doggone it. So, how do I fix that now? Where's the template? There it is. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this without. Okay. We'll see if I can make it look better as I shape the piece. Okay. Okay. Looks good. A little on the wide side. Can't believe how skinny this index finger is. It's crazy. That's better. It's so weird because in pictures, the piece looks like it's shaped one way, but in person, it looks completely different. You know, when you really look at the profile of the piece, you're like, huh, that's not it. That's not at all what I pictured it to be shaped like. It's really weird. I'm gonna put a glove on. Pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much current. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all those orders on like indefinite hold. I'm not sure if I'll just ultimately wind up removing them or what, but all right, where do you pop out? Okay, that needs to come in some more. Ooh, that's really bizarre looking. completely wrong. Maybe if I shape the other side, it'll start to look better. It is kind of weird how when you're shaping a piece, you're like, that looks totally off. And then, but you've only worked on one side. Yeah, like now it's starting to look better. So it's just one side was just not worked on at all. And so it's just making the whole piece just look a little strange. Yeah, looks good. Pull that in just a little bit right there. Looks better. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Yeah, much better. All right, now I gotta do this little bump. That's right there. Flatten that out just a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Okay, there's still something wrong about this thing though. Excuse me. There we go. That's more like it. How's the width? Just a little too wide. Squeeze it in just a tiny bit. There we go. How are you on the width here? Very good. I think this needs to be rounded just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. Yes, that is correct. I haven't taken a new order in probably 4 years. Because what I did is I had people just submit their names, just basically just letting me know that they want to buy a glove. That was the whole purpose. It's just so I had a list of people to reach out to and say, hey, you're on my list. You wanted to buy a glove. Your turn is up. So let's do this. And I'd build the glove and sell it to them. Well, my list got up to, I think it was at around 100 names at one point. I don't know if it quite hit 100, but it was very close. Actually, you know what? I think I did hit 100 at one point. But anyway, um, and so I just shut it down. I just stopped taking names. I wasn't going to add anybody to the list, and um, it's just taken me that long to get through all those names because I'm not a full time glove builder. I do this very part time, and so yeah. So once I get my list done, I'll open it back up and take new orders. But I'm not doing another list. I'm just going to take 2 or 3 names most at any given time. Now I'm going to pull up. Shoot, I don't have my phone on me. Hey, Curtis. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? How's the show? Hero glove. Pulling up pictures of the Hero glove just for reference. I normally have my phone on me, but I left it upstairs. Alright, where's the index? There's one side of the index. Where's the other side? Why is there a picture of a cat in here? Anyway, let's take a look at this one. I'm going to soften that just a tiny, tiny bit. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Now let's look for one of my own pictures. Index. You're coming? There you are. Alright. Yeah. Looks pretty good to me. Okay. So there's index finger. That bend turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not my ideal bend, but it's, it's enough. It's there to, indicate, there was supposed to be a bend there, and there's a bend, and it has the angle, so it's good enough for me. It'll look fine once it's all weathered and stuff. It's a little obvious right now, but once it's all weathered and stuff, then it all comes together much better. But I like that. That's a nice looking finger piece. Alright, do I have the strength to do the pinky now? Let's do this. It's all crooked, which is usually the case anyway. Oh, yeah, it's good to take a break in between the poundings. Otherwise my arm just dies out on me. Alrighty. Ouch. Go. Hey, right? Looks pretty good. How about that? Okay. Now. I wonder if I used this piece. Ouch. That should look bad in this lighting. I like these shadows under here. Just, getting older. Oh well. Can't do anything about it. All right. Let's see. I forgot how I make these marks. A while. I think I used a chisel or something. But, wait, no, now I remember now. Duh. Hello. I remember now. There's my pipe. Use that. Now, Oh, that was fun. There's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done here. Now I need to make that little notch in the copper. Pretty soon I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. One thing that sucks about getting older is your body changes on you. Like now, when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go urgently. Like when I feel the urge to go, it's like, I really got to go. I don't have a problem with frequency or anything like that. So the doctor says it's probably not a prostate issue. Personal issues, I know. We're all adults here, right? At least I hope we are. Anyway. Anyway, it wasn't too indicative of a prostate problem, so. I know, that's actually, I went to a urologist and I explained to her my problems. And I'm like, when I have to go to the bathroom, it's like, I really got to go. I mean, it's like a really strong urge. She's like, you're too young to be having these issues. I'm like, tell me about it. It's like, duh, I know that. What, you think I want to be here? No, it doesn't. The reason being is it's still a lot of work to prep the P210s because the cost for my own blades um, are super cheap. I mean, they're just built into the price of the glove, you know. Um, and so, but it's the prep work that that's why I don't change the price is because I have to remove the handles. I've got to cut the tang down. Plus I have to be much more careful with them, you know, because if I screw up, I can't fix it. I've got to be very careful. With my regular blades, I can just blow right through them, and if I screw up, then oh well. I just grab another one and do it again. I don't have that luxury with the real P210 knife, so I take more time doing it. Um, you know, and have to remove the serration, which is something I don't have to do on other blades. Um, you know, and so it's I keep the price the same because the prep work is still involved. So it's not like I just take the blade off and blam, there, it's ready to go. So anyway, hope that answers your question. Well, I obviously love working with the real knives because then, you know, I'm building a glove with the real deal. And you just can't beat that. So I like doing that, but I won't. I'd be lying if I didn't say that it's more nerve wracking to work with real P210s, whereas my own blades I can be a little more casual. So yeah. Okay. Whew. Thumb hurts. Ow. Dang, that really hurts. All right. So this is cool. I have index, middle, ring. There we go. We've got our 4 template glove pieces right there. Groovy, groovy, groovy. Now I don't do the weathering process on camera, so I'll do these. I'll do the weathering after I stop tonight's live stream because I don't want you to see how I do it to these pieces. It's got its own very special process that I don't do on any other glove. So let's see, move this, move this, move this. That and that. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. All right, sorry about that. Chair. Okay, I'm turning the heat up now. Okay, if I'm not going to do, let's see, what time is it? Only 9:30. All right. If I'm not going to do the weathering right now, do I want to do fingertips? Suppose I could do fingertips. I don't see why not. Let's see. Okay, so this is middle. This is pinky. This one is index. And there's ring. There's ring. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's do fingertips. Let's go in order. Let's go ring or ring. Since when is ring first? Index, middle, ring, pinky. There we go. In that order. Okie dokie. Yes, I have, Curtis. Probably only 2 or 3 maximum in my whole time building gloves. I mean, it's almost never requested. Kind of, I'll admit, it is kind of weird building a left-handed glove. You got to think in reverse. Okay, I'm not going to have enough to do both fingers on this one. Or will I? Probably not. We'll find out, won't we? Most likely not. No, I won't. Oh, that's the thicker pipe. Gravity works. Which part do I want on the bottom? That part right there. That looks good to me. Lid off the water. I'm going to try something. There's that. Well, I don't know exactly what it does. Um, like I use it in different circumstances. I'm using just the oils from my skin, um, and it seems to do different things at different times depending on what I'm doing it with. Like this, I've just noticed that if I get like skin oil, on the piece, and then I try to evenly distribute it. That's why I'm rolling it in my hands. And then when I heat it up and then dip it in the water, I usually get, you know, somewhat of a clean look to it. You know, and then other times I use it for something completely different. It's hard to explain. It's just, I mean, it was kind of funny how years ago Travis Cowsill of Crew Gear, he used to build on camera. He was kind of the first guy to do live streaming of his DESA gloves, and I had never spoken to him about any techniques or anything like that. And in one of his videos, I saw him using the oils from his forehead, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do that exact same thing. So it was kind of funny. So he probably realized that he got a certain reaction using it, and so yeah. So, see. So yeah. And by the way, that is not a stupid question. I've had a lot of people ask me that. And I can understand why. It is kind of weird. But just over the years, you just like, hey, that got me a certain reaction. And you just got to stick with it, you know. Yeah, with sweat, not so much because sweat is mostly just water. You know, it has to be the oils I've noticed because sweat just evaporates. The oils, you know, it's like it creates a barrier, you know, and then you heat that barrier up to the point of when you quench it, it just kind of peels off. So like right now when I quench it, you know, I see all this stuff just come flaking off of the surface of the copper. You know, it's like exposing the raw copper underneath whatever is on the surface. So I assume that's what it's doing. I mean, I don't know the science behind it. I just know that, hey, it seems to work. So just fiddle around with it, you know, if you want to build or whatever. And just, you know, you'll eventually figure out what works, what doesn't work. Again, I've been building for 10 years, so been through a lot of trial and error. A lot of trial and error. Sometimes almost to the point of quitting. My gut would tell me no because there's a lot of other chemicals in those things. Vaseline, maybe, I don't know, because it's just more like a petroleum jelly. But lotion, no, it's got all sorts of different things in it. And I mean, you can try. I've never tried it, but you know, who's to say it won't? But my gut tells me the purer or the more natural the substance you're using, the better result you'll get. You know, so that's why skin oil. I mean, it's just a natural, you know, oil. It's not commercially made. Can you imagine going to the store? Yeah, I'd like to buy some skin oil. It's just some dude in the back wringing his face out. Frank, you got a customer? Yeah, okay. I don't know why his name's Frank. Alrighty. Hey, Robert. Take a class with everyone else. Fine by me. Feel free to just drop in. One. Yeah, I couldn't imagine using fish oil because, oh, there was one time a while ago. Um, no, I've never had anybody. You know, they don't know what I'm working on, and I'm not buying anything really unusual. Now, when I can't find something, you know, if I'm trying to find a certain tool or something like that, they're usually asking me, "What you working on?" It's like, well, how much time you got? I'm building a child murdering knife weapon. But don't worry, I only use it in my sleep. What? One more, one more, one more. Well, I'm the one using the weapon. Oh, I see what you mean. The associate. When I only use it when you sleep. Yeah, but anyway, don't read into it too much. Just ask, like, have really weird answers to his questions. You know, answer his questions with a question. So he's like, "What you working on?" It's like, "What time do you go to sleep?" He's like, okay, this conversation just took a bizarre turn. Alrighty. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to do this middle finger. This one. There we go. Okay, here's one. That one's done. Let's do index on this one. Okay. Let's do middle or ring on this one. that one. So I'm just being really careful. When you trace these templates, you got to be careful. Because they have to be just right. Come on. Why are you not marking? You're a marker. You're supposed to mark. If you're not marking, then what are you? Just an That was dumb. Crap, I didn't go buy this tool again. I always think about it now, but I never think about it when I'm in the area of the store. Okay, there's those. I'm trying to remember now how if I use the grinder to cut these parts out or not, but I just remembered. Nope, I don't. I only use the grinder for one area of these parts. So. Oh, speaking of weird looks, oops. I looked in the mirror the other day. Just kidding. Um, the only time I really have gotten weird looks is when I go to recycle my copper. You know, because they just see all these weird, you know, even when there's test pieces in there, they're like, what the heck is this? And so that's the only time I've really had questionable looks where they're like, what is he working on? So, so yeah. Looking down on me? Need a longer cord. But I see what you're saying. I do. then nobody will ever see my face. I'm talking to people like this. Hey, what's up? Stomach hasn't agreed with me today. I'm making some noises today. It's like, hey. Yeah, I definitely can see your point though. Maybe if I had a multi-camera system, you know, I don't know how I'd do that. Okay, let's see. Move those pieces were gonna go flying. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grind this out. Ooh, hot copper, hot copper. That's not Lou Carlucci or Robert Englund. I believe it's Charlie Blardinelli. Charlie Blardinelli. I think that's his hand. So it's neither one of them. I'm pretty sure it's Charlie. I think they said they used his hand because it was the perfect size. You know, typically if an act in Hollywood or in any movie, if the actor is not on screen, and they're shooting side shots, usually, usually the actors are not there. If they're not going to be used in a scene. So, yeah. Robert probably wasn't anywhere nearby when they did that. Where's my filer? Oh. Yep. Yeah. But I do, if my memory serves me correctly, I think it is Charlie Blardinelli's hand. Okay. There's middle. This one's index. Oh gosh. I can't tell you how many times. Thousands. Maybe not so much since I saw the Hero Glove in person, but I still use it now and then. But most of the time I just reference my own pictures because those are in full light, whereas the glove in the opening sequence is quite dark. It's hard to see detail. Yeah, itch. The senior pin pretty much, well, match up with some of the process of the actual building. No. He really just had, he was just doing probably random nonsense movements, like, hey, take this file and rub it, make it look like you're working on it, like when he's brazing the blade, the tang is the full tang, it's not, it hasn't been trimmed down to, hold on, making me go off subject here. I'm just kidding. So anyway, this is the tang on a full P210 blade right here. So when it shows him heating, he's got like a finger stall clamped in a vise vertically like this. And he's got the fingertip attached to it. And the fingertip is just folded down. and he's just holding the blade with a pair of pliers, just like these, just like these. You know, he's just holding on to it. But for crying out loud, you got to grind all this metal away here. You know, so you can get it looking like this. You know, you have to get it from this to that. And so you got to grind all this metal away. But in that scene, they didn't. It's just, him holding on to the blade like this and just heating it. And so, yeah. So what he was actually doing in that scene is really not what you do to build the glove. Maybe on the Tinner's rivets that they were using. I think that's what they're called, is Tinner's rivets. Um, where he's using a ball and what is it, ball and peen hammer? Is that what they're called? I don't know. But anyway, that I could see, where you're holding the rivet, and but I'm sure that's not exactly how Lou did it when he built the glove. They just said, just pretend you're working on something. Oh, okay. But that's usually, it's like even when he dumps the bag of parts out, at the very first shot, he dumps the bag out. Then the knife he grabs is like a steak knife, It's not an actual P210 knife. It's just you know, well, at least I'm not sure if it's a steak knife. I haven't memorized that knife since I found out it was irrelevant. But it's definitely not the knife that they wound up using on the actual glove. So I think what they wanted to do is just say, okay, we need the people at home or the viewers to understand that these are knives that he's attaching to this glove. And so they just used something. That's why they made sure they got the light reflecting off of the blade, so it really showed the shape of the blade and everything. So it's like, oh, he grabbed a knife. And yeah, little things like that. But that knife really had nothing to do whatsoever with the, the glove itself. It's kind of funny. I remember we all thought, okay, maybe they did. Maybe they just ground it into the shape that it was, on the glove today. Maybe it started out as a different knife, and they just ground it into that shape. But then eventually, Jason Schultz came out and discovered, or announced that he had discovered what knife it was. And the rest is history. But it has been cool, I admit, to see the evolution of discovery about the gloves. It's like I was able to witness most of it. Most people had no idea about many things about the glove, but nowadays it's like, oh, so much is known about it. like we were guessing. I mean, we had no idea. And that's why so many replicas way back in the day just look the way they do, because like everyone was just guessing. We're like, I don't know. I think it's like this. And I can't help but shake my head when I look back at my old, like I call it the first nightmare. When I look back at that glove, it's like, oh, face palm. What was I thinking? Can't help but laugh because it makes me sound or feel old when it's like, I remember when blah 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 blah. Back in my day, we used pictures. Okay. Two. Bye. Oh, no, you don't. Come here. Alrighty. Whatever. Okay, be right back. Totally random topic. Have you guys seen the movie The Babadook? I'll wait for responses. I love it. It was probably my favorite horror movie of the year when it came out. Anyway, the only reason I bring it up is my brother just writes to me out of the blue today, and it's like, I just swear, I swear that I just saw the Babadook peeking around the corner in the kitchen and staring at me. It's just like out of the blue, just some totally random, you know. I mean, we haven't spoke. I don't know if he watched the movie recently, but just out of the blue, he just says the Babadook is. I swear, he was just peeking around the corner. I'm like, that's a little creepy. I just told him to run. It's a very symbolic movie. I mean, it's not just your run-of-the-mill, creature in the house type thing. So if that's what you're expecting, don't expect it. It's very symbolic, especially if you have children. If you don't have kids, you can still appreciate it. I mean, I don't have kids, and I still loved it. But I think the main actress, I don't remember her name, but holy crap, she's good. Man. I actually even thought that she was worthy of an Oscar nomination for that performance. And the kid, he's really good too. He's annoying, but he's supposed to be. That's a critical part of the plot. He's supposed to be. He's supposed to get under your skin. You're supposed to hate him. It's basically the filmmaker wanted you to feel the desperation, anxiety. It's probably the best word. The anxiety that the mother was feeling. And they did a very good job. I've seen so many people say, I had to turn it off. I couldn't stand that kid any longer. I'm like, but that's the point. It's like if you hate the kid, then the movie's doing what it's supposed to do. Kind of makes me want to see it again. Again, my wife does not like horror movies one bit. I mean, I practically had to beg her just to go see the movie It with me. And I didn't find It to be particularly scary. Hello, Aaron. I was wondering where you went. All you did was drop in, say hi, and then poof, gone. Just a trail of fire. But yeah, I'm kind of wanting to. Hey, if you want a copy of that book from the movie, let me know. I have one, and it's autographed by the director. They're not cheap though, because they did a limited run of them, and I bought two. Bought one for me, and then I wanted. Did you go to Laughing Stock? Is that what you were doing? Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I have an extra copy of the book. It's really cool. It's a full-size functioning book, you know. It's got all the pictures. If you haven't seen the movie, you don't know what I'm really talking about, but you'll see though. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's a great movie. Critics loved it. It's one of the best reviewed horror films. Oh, Christmas show. Alrighty. I'll be right back. Almost smashed my finger right there. How'd the show go tonight, Aaron? Really need to get another one of these. I'm running out of stone. This lasted a while. a long while. I've been using this for years. Ouch. No, it's the flap of my skin. You were laughing. Wait, so the Christmas show isn't already going, is it? Wait, wait, the show that you're doing now is the Christmas show, right? Sorry. Did something happen that that threw you for a loop? Sorry if I'm chatting with Erin, guys. She's a local friend of mine, so. Okay, for some reason it wasn't in my head that that was the Christmas show. I don't know why. Chalk it up as a brain fart. Not surprised. Anyway, what happened that was, oh, there it is. I was laughing because every show, some of the actors like to throw something new. They just did something extra special today. I should come see this show. Oops, a little too much on that one. It's okay. Nothing I can't fix. Okay. It's probably enough pounding for tonight. Neighbor's probably gonna get irritated with me if I keep it up. You'll have to explain to me exactly what happened. So that's funny. Okay. Ooh. Suppose I could do the initial stages of the back plate for this glove. I don't see why not. Doesn't make a lot of noise. Okay, how do I get this? There it is. Sometimes. Depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I'm like midnight and I'm still pounding on stuff, then yeah, I've gotten some earfuls. Some rather unpleasant ones. So I wish I lived in a house again. Well, one of the reasons. I mean, I love my condo. I mean, it's nice and everything, but like I can't rearrange my furniture because I don't have the space. I better call. Hold on. Shoot. Um, Amy needs to plug in her headphones because I can hear the TV running, and she's supposed to have the headphones on after 10 o'clock. So once I'm done with these markings, what am I doing? I already marked them. Okay. All right. I will be right back. I gotta go tell Amy to plug her headphones in. I don't have my phone on me, so otherwise I'd text it to her. I will be right back. Sorry, guys. Nature called when I got up there. Also wanted to see. Oh, my phone dies so quickly. My goodness. I had 15% battery when I went upstairs, and it just died. That last 15% just, it's like nothing. No, it's a sheet metal hole puncher, specifically for sheet metal. So, let's see. I didn't take my gloves with me, did I? No. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back upstairs. I don't know if you guys follow the NBA at all, but I was also just checking on the Utah Jazz game tonight because I do live in Utah. Anyway, we've got this new rookie, Donovan Mitchell, and ever since preseason, I said, this kid's going to be a freaking all-star. I said, I can see this kid's got some major, major potential. And so I looked at the game, looked at the scores tonight, and kid, he's a rookie, scored 41 points tonight. I mean, it's like, this kid is a freaking talent. I think he's probably one of the biggest steals of the draft. Do we possibly have a rookie of the year? That would be pretty cool. He's making a case for it right now. I mean, if he gets the green light to do what he wants to do, then he can take over. He's a rookie, which means he's got so much more ahead of him. But as we've seen, I mean, knock on wood, with other players, one injury can derail somebody. I mean, look at Derrick Rose. I mean, he was an MVP and then he tears his ACL. What's the worst I've gotten injured? Working on gloves? To be honest, I haven't been injured very much at all. Just other than cuts on the fingers or palms or whatever from handling sheet metal. I have been burned by solder before, but that was a long time ago. I mean, but to be honest with you, I've not injured myself much at all building gloves. I know some other builders have had bad luck. They've had some pretty nasty injuries. But no, not me. Thank goodness. How many builders now do I think are out there? Oh gosh, there's at least a dozen that are making gloves, but like the big names, um, there's I'd say there may be six or so, like of the big, like the most popular. Yeah, and I'd say there's probably less than 10 of like the big name builders. I mean, there's a lot of builders that are pretty decent builders, but some still fly under the radar. Like they don't have a big presence. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and I do have a reputation um, in the glove community. So yeah, I would put myself on that list. Um, it's not an ego thing, but it's just you know I do consider myself to be one of the better builders. Um, but I mean, there's so much talent out there. I mean, gloves. I mean, I see gloves that other people build. It's just like I don't even have the patience, you know, to tackle something like that. So, um, I really admire a lot of the other builders. You know, not only for their ethics, but just for their pure skill. And so I did have a funny experience when I met Robert England in September 2015. No, 2016. It was last year. Anyway, and I told him, I've been building gloves for 10 years, and I've been around the block a few times. And he says, do you know so and so? And I said, yeah. And he says he's a great builder, but I wouldn't buy from him. I'm like, he just brought it up. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's just so funny. I was like, wow. Says he's a great builder, but he's like, but I wouldn't buy from him. He's like, he's not the best businessman. I'm just like, ouch. Here's Robert England saying, good builder, but I wouldn't buy from him. I was like, I haven't mentioned that to anybody, and I'm not going to disclose who he was talking about, but um, I personally don't have an opinion regarding the individual builder, but it was just funny that Robert himself brought this person up just out of the blue. I was just talking about my glove, because he wore my glove for the Comic Con and all of his photo ops and stuff like that. Excuse me. And I just said, yeah, I know a lot of the other glove builders. And he says, you know so and so? And I'm like, yeah. And I said, not personally, but I know I've talked to him, and I know of him and his work and stuff like that. He was just like, it's like, yeah, he's a really good builder, but I wouldn't buy from him. Gosh, why do I have the congestion? Anyway, and that just threw me for a loop. He at least really liked my glove, and so I just said, how'd it work for you? He says it was great. And so maybe I can put that on my website. Robert England. Robert England on using my glove. It was great. And I wish I could have, a statement from him just regarding his opinion on my glove, but it's okay. I don't really need an endorsement, so nor do I expect one. But yeah, I did think that was kind of funny. I was just like, ouch, that's kind of painful. I haven't told that builder either. I haven't mentioned uh, to this person what Robert had said. I don't want to cause any problems, but I still laugh about it. Just like made me wonder why he said that to me. Like, what experience did you have? To be paid a compliment by Robert England himself, but then immediately shot down right after. See, my phone's already up to 26%, even though it literally just died as I plugged it in. So, I'm gonna be winding it down here soon, guys. I'm starting to tire out. I've got the back plate, I've got these fingertips, and the next step on the fingertips would be involve hammering, and I can't do that at this hour. Um, and well, I kind of know how Robert knows. I'm not going to explain how he knows, um, but I know how he knows. Um, me saying it's like, what experience did you have was more kind of a joke, but what I know the reason why he would say that, but it just struck me as surprising, that he would just say that right out of the blue to me. So, so yeah. I mean, like I said, I was just talking. I wanted to discuss my glove, and what he thought about it and stuff like that, and how it looked and how it felt and how everything. But then he just brought up this other builder, and I was like, okay, I guess we'll talk about this person. And then he's like, yeah, I wouldn't buy from him though. I was like, Okie dokie. Good to know. What's this? Okay. Weird. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up for tonight because everything else that I really need to do is gonna involve, hammering, and I can't do that right now. I mean, I suppose I could continue working. I do need to weather these lower stalls of this template glove, but I don't do that on camera. So I suppose I could just drop the live stream for now, and but I'll keep working because I can get some stuff done. But I just don't want you to see it. Sorry. So anyway, thanks for keeping me company, guys. So um, I'm sure I'll do some more live streaming over the weekend because I want to try to get a bunch of glove work done, especially now that I've got kind of a fire lit under me. So, okay, thanks again. I'll talk to you later.